School players, and he is an average high school player. So what does a player do to respond to an opponent like Reggie Miller? In Kobe's case, punches are thrown, games are missed. For Bryant, there's more to this than fisticuffs. There's competitive fire. And as contrary as it seems, Shelley Smith reports Kobe may be taking his place among the game's elite.
Ever since he punched teammate Samaki Walker and took a swing at Reggie Miller, Kobe Bryant has found himself psychoanalyzed by an anxious public wanting to know what has caused the young superstar to resort to hardcore violence.
I mean, you guys keep talking about this incident like it's damn Mike Tyson and Holyfield. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, we had a little squabble and that's it. Not like I bit the guy's ear off.
Or like he and Samaki haven't kissed and made up.
So I think everybody's kind of overanalyzing things. I mean, a fight is a fight, period. I mean, fights happen, you move on to the next day, and that's it.
Fights do happen and have always happened in this league, even among the best.
I know we don't like to promote fighting, but some of the best fights have been by the greatest players that's ever played this game. Mike and Reggie, Dr. J, you know, Bird.
Magic Johnson fought Kevin Johnson. Isaiah Thomas fought his teammate Bill Laimbeer, who fought Charles Barkley, who fought Shaq, who punched Eric Montross and Brad Miller, who now plays on the same team as Reggie Miller, who scrapped with Derek Coleman, Charles Smith, and Frank Burkowski before taking on Kobe.
Reggie is the guy who's always talked a lot throughout his career, and you know, it was unfortunate, but, you know, I can see, you know, Kobe being very competitive like he is. So it just lost the head for a moment. I put him in the same category as Michael Jordan, especially when I say competitive.
Michael Jordan, the man Kobe might have emulated once or twice in his career, and coincidentally, or maybe not, Michael Jordan once punched one of his teammates, Steve Kerr, during a practice, and took on Reggie Miller, too.
In a weird way, it's almost like he joined an elite group of guys who have, you know, taken a swing at someone.
Especially Reggie, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, he has a lot of enemies.
Right now, we have what a lot of people want. You know, a lot of people want to be Kobe, just like a lot of people wanted to be Mike. And in that respect, the challenges come night in and night out.
I think it's part of evolution in terms of, you know, when he first got into the league, 17, 18 years old, and he just waited his turn, so to speak, like a jaguar, black jaguar out of his cage.
I think 90% of the time trash talking is just trash talking, and 90% of the time you just try to let it talk and let it go. But I will say, the more competitive you are, the more, you know, the percentages go from 10% to 20%, 20% to 30%.
Yeah, I've seen him walk away a lot. I think as he's moved on here in age, he's finding that, you know, his manhood has been tested, not just as a basketball player, but things have been said, and individuals have taken shots at him. We've gotten everybody's best effort, and it hasn't worked. And now, in the third run at the championship, people are taking it to the next level. And that right now is, in some cases, you know, been a little too much.
What for? For his TV toss last night in Orlando. Hardaway threw that television monitor onto the court after he was ejected from the game in the third quarter. It was a second tee, leave it to Darrell Armstrong to lighten up the mood.
For Hamilton, here's Leitner. Takes another long jumper and rims this one. White was held and lost the ball, and a loose ball foul is spotted by the official, Bill Kennedy.
Bill heard you say that, and that's when he blew the whistle, because you were right on it, partner. Heidi White hustling for the offensive rebound there, held by Sean Kemp, it looks like. Or was it Bonzi?
Well, they've each got two personals. How about that? But the Wizards give it up. That's turnover number 10 in the game for Washington. Wells off the glass. And Collins wants timeout. Every Wizards game for the last 20 years. And we're glad you're watching tonight wherever you may be around the country. Courtney Alexander pumps up a long shot, no good. And Stoudemire the rebound. Teron Liu has a hip pointer in his right hip. He is questionable to return. So Whitney will get a lot more work. Kemp, long baseline jumper. The lead is 1. Here's the full court pressure. Let's see if the Wizards can solve it. It's a trapping variety. Washington committed a turnover in the first half. The 8-second count. Wizards had a 8-point lead in the first half. They led 51-48 at the break. An offensive foul is called.
That's a foul on Stoudemire, actually holding Whitney.
His third personal. Nesby takes the jumper and misses. And Portland can regain the lead with a basket. Wallace, offensive foul.
Thank you. Thank you. Got to make that call. You can't give that much leeway to the offensive player. Watch him turn around and then jump right into Christian Laettner. As we've said so many times, initiating the contact. A defensive player has just as much right to space as an offensive player.
Second personal on Rasheed Wallace, who's got 8 points on 4 of 9 shooting. Scottie Pippen has 4 points. He's 2 of 7. Bring down low to Heidi. Late 6 seconds. Here's Alexander. 4 seconds to shoot. Around Pippen, baseline, blocked by Scottie. Lays it in. 1 second on the clock. And Alexander lay on the floor with no sympathy from the officials.
Well, that was a good block by Pippen. You see, you think you've gotten away from him. You use those long arms. Comes down on the shooting side, so he has a good chance of reaching that basketball and does so.
Collins brings Alexander out of the game and Richard Hamilton back in. He did not get it off. He did not get it off in time, despite hitting his hand. Well, the Wizards commit yet another turnover.
I'm wondering the same thing Doug is. I mean, all Hamilton did was catch and shoot. That's got to be the 1 second that you're allowed.
11 turnovers for the Wizards have led to 9 Portland points. 14 turnovers for the Blazers. Wallace off the glass, no good. So Heidi is there. Wizards have scored 14 points off the Portland turn. Whitney, he pulls up for a long shot. He's got a 3-pointer for Chris Whitney. 15 points in the game for Whit. He's made all 5 of his field goals here tonight. He's 3 of 4 from the free throw line and has 5 assists. Wizards by 4. Kemp backing in around Jahidi. He's fouled by White. And on Jahidi, that'll be his second personal.
White has to get used to it. This is his pet move. He's been doing it all night. Watch him turn and face. Go around on the baseline side.
Took a finger in the eye, perhaps, stays in the game. Alley-oop from the pitch. 6 points for Scottie Pippen, 3 of 8 from the field, 7 assists in the game for Pippen. Hamilton, nice move, double team. Hiding against Kemp. Off of Wells.
Yeah.
Wizards ball.
Tyrone Nesby hustling back to get in front of Wells first of all, and then was in a position to get a hand on the ball and went off of Wells' knee. So another hustle play saved possibly 2 points. Hustle play by Nesby.
Wizards by 2, 7:34 to go in the third quarter. Again, they look down low for Heidi. Into the lane and 3 seconds to go.
Heidi a little upset with that call, but that's the correct call. He posted up inside. You can't post up. You flash through the middle and look for the ball. And if they drop it down to you immediately, then you go into your move. Otherwise, you pass to the other side and post up. You don't want to post up in the lane.
Man starts to get a little restless and come to life here at the Rose Garden. 19,980. Wells off the screen. He's fouled, and he'll go to the line with a chance to tie the game. On Nesby. And Bonte makes it both. And we have a new ball game tied at 56. Legitimate full-court pressure now stolen from Hamilton by Pippen. And an easy two.
Getting too many players in the same area that makes it a lot easier to defend. Like we said at halftime, Washington's going to have to do a better job of handling the press. So far, we haven't seen that happen.
Anderson off the screen. Wizards have to get it across half court, and it doesn't like a time, but this is a monumental task right here. I don't know if they'll be able to do it. They do not.
I think Doug is telling me some of the players have to advance beyond half court. They have like 4 players in the back court.
Wheels have fallen off the wagon here in Portland. Washington needs time. 62-56 Blazers. We'll be back. Mavericks, the Blazers really turned it on in the second quarter, where they scored a season-high 41 points in the period to outscore the Mavs 41-22. And then the third quarter was pretty much the same. They outscored Dallas 38-24 in that period and never looked back, winning 132-106.
Yeah, they really had the crowd in a tensy, and Washington committing 4 straight turnovers, and the Portland Trail Blazers capitalizing with 10 points.
Whitney off the screen, no good. Jahidi, the big rebound, and blocked from behind by King. Wizards have committed 16 turnovers in the game, leading to 17. Baseline around late. Stepped on the line, turned it over.
Notice in those highlights, all the passes were coming from Scottie Pippen. He had 12 assists in that game. He's already got 9 tonight.
Portland has won 14 of 15 games and 8 straight at home. Bad pass, and that's picked up.
Steve shot that one a little too loosely.
Blazers by 6. Nice move by Whitney, but nowhere to go. Here's Hamilton off the screen. And Richard's shot is short. Tipped out. They'll give it to the Wizards. Kwame Brown coming back in the Washington lineup. He's played 10 minutes, 2 of 3, and has 4 points. Leitner comes out of the game.
So that means Kwame will match up with Rasheed Wallace, and just like we mentioned with Christian, defensively, he's going to have to be strong.
And he is. Nice inbound pass from Whitney, and Kwame scores.
Comes right in and scores. Now on the defensive end, I'm saying he's going to have to establish position and keep Rasheed from backing down low.
Kwame's career high is 10 against the Warriors and the Spurs. He's got 6 here tonight, but Sean Kemp, who started the game, his first start of the season, has 17 points. And that's a new season high for Sean Kemp. Hamilton baseline jumper, missed it. Kemp is just energized here tonight. Speaking of energy, Tyrone Nesby off the bench. Wallace, a little strong to Heidi, and a loose ball foul called on Richard Hamilton.
You got to catch this early on. The two of them tangled up, but Bonzi feeling like he can have his way pretty much with Hamilton when it comes to positioning down low.
Third personal on Hamilton, and Bonzi Wells now to the line with 4:28 to go in the quarter. Wizards and Warriors Monday at 10:30 on WB50 and CN8 in Baltimore. And now Doug Collins will get Popeye Jones into the game for the first time tonight. As we told you earlier, has a bit of tendonitis in his knee. And that's why he has not played tonight, but Popeye enters the contest and gives Heidi White a break. Heidi with 6 points and 5 rebounds. 2 of 3 from the floor, and he's made both of his free throws tonight.
Bonzi doing a lot better from the field, 9 for 10, than from the free throw line, 4 for 8.
Misses them both. Here's Alexander. 6-point Portland lead. Desby looking for Kwame, baseline, gives it to Tyrone. He got hit, no call. You can't believe it. Might be hurt.
Boy, this is amazing. Boy,
man.
Kemp
drilled him.
Well, that's ridiculous. That has to be called.
Alexander's jumper off the inbounds, gets the kind bounce, and cuts the lead to 4. Rasheed Wallace, who was the 4th overall pick by the Bullets back in 1995. The Wizards with the turnover will be their 18th of the game.
Well, they're just not well positioned in that backcourt, because that time it seemed like Whitney brought his man over there, and that's what kind of surprised Courtney Alexander.
Pittman around Alexander, now finds Wallace for 3, and he is on fire.
We talked about that being the biggest improvement in his game over the last couple of years. He started to take more and more. Coming into this game, had 93 pointers.
That brings the fans to life. 13 points in the game for Wallace. Wells has 22 to lead the Blazers. Nesby lost it. Back to Tyrone. Inside Kwame, knocked out of bounds, and that's a 24-second violation.
24-second violation.
Wizards have not reacted well to the pressure. They've committed 19 turnovers in the game.
And they've lost some of their aggressiveness on offense. They're playing offense on their heels, and that enables a team like Portland to become that much more aggressive defensively.
Has taken control of this game. They have an 11-point lead, and Doug Collins with Mitchell Butler to Portland here in July of '96 for Rod Strickland and Harvey Grant. Rasheed having another good game here in the second half. 15 points. He's made 1 of 4 3-pointers. 7 for 15 overall from the field. 5 rebounds and an assist. Rasheed in his 7th year from UNC.
Let me correct myself, only 9 points by Washington this quarter.
Tyronn Lue, despite a hip pointer, and his right hip is back in the game. The Wizards get it across the timeline. 2 players playing injured, Lue and Popeye. Nice pass, Kwame. Score the goal. He's fouled on the play.
Well, that time he did a good job in receiving that pass cleanly from Tyronn Lue. And then going towards the basket strong, got a little contact. Watch this quick pass. Caught it and then made a strong move. Kemp couldn't react in time and committed the foul.
Kwame Brown to the line. Blazers are looking to sweep the series for the 4th consecutive season against Washington. That's really strong. Taken by Pippen. Last time the Blazers lost to the Wizards, March 24th, 1998. Anderson around Lou, into the paint, lays it underneath, and a 3-second violation of the ball. No basket. Kemp called for 3 seconds in the lane.
Good job defensively, because what's happening is you're making that defender, offensive player, Derek Anderson, move around a little bit. Therefore, the guys are getting caught in the key. I couldn't tell if it was Sean Kemp or Rasheed Wallace.
Kemp comes out of the game. Chris Dudley's back in. We've yet to see Michael Jordan's other former teammate in Chicago, Steve Kerr. Popeye Jones takes a long shot. And a loose ball foul on Kwame Brown.
Loose ball foul, 135, Kwame Brown, his first.
There's Steve Kerr, who came in the trade with Derek Anderson from San Antonio for Steve Smith. He won NBA titles in Chicago in 96, 97, 98. Remember how great his clutch shooting was with the Bulls, Steve Kerr, that one season especially?
It's like they've always had somebody, Kerr, of course they had Paxton, or B.J. Armstrong. Guys really did a good job utilizing all the talents of players like Jordan and Pippen.
In fact, Kerr holds the NCAA Division I single-season record for most consecutive games with a three-pointer. He hit one in 38 consecutive games. And Wizards get the rebound as Wallace misses 2. 9-point Portland lead after the Wizards led much of the first half and a good part of the third quarter as well. Until Portland went on a little run. Nesby finds Alexander, tough jumper, can't get it. Rebound, Wallace.
Again, it's the long arm of Scottie Pippen coming over to distract Courtney on that shot attempt.
Wallace has 6 rebounds. Sean Kemp has 12 rebounds and 17 points. Nice pass, Pippen knocked away by Nesby, and a reach-in foul called.
Wizards foul the break, Tyrone Nesby, second.
Rip Hamilton up off the Washington bench. He'll check back in, but shots will be fired here by Pippen.
Scottie Pippen at the line. 1+1.
Pippen, who won NBA titles in Chicago, 91, 92, 93, 96, 97, 98. He's never missed the playoffs. 14 straight years, 11 with Chicago, 1 with Houston. And, of course, here in Portland, where they've made the playoffs for 19 straight years. So Scottie will be looking forward to going again. Portland team has 1 NBA title.
That was 25 years ago.
Here's more pressure. Let's see if Lou can solve it. Double team. They get it to Hamilton. Goes across to Nesbitt. 11-point lead. Less than a minute to go in the period. Lou back to Popeye. Popeye takes a shot, has a partial block, and Washington gives it up.
Came over the top that time to get that block on Popeye.
Alley-oop again. What a slam by Wallace.
I tell you, Scottie Pippen is just picking Washington defense apart with his lobs and his passes.
And here's Here's another look at this last alley-oop.
Rasheed playing again, going back door, noticing that Kwame has his head turned. Kwame thinking about helping out with that on that pick and roll, and Rasheed just slipping.
Rick Brunson for Chris Dudley.
And we get to see Rick Brunson for the first time tonight for Chris Dudley. Lou, nice pass, Desmond, no call. Rebound, Portland. And they have 7 seconds with which to get off a shot. Ron Olesiak will wait for David Stoudemire to come in for Brunson. Stoudemire, and that's sort of the tale of this game. Hamilton can't get it off in time. The Blazers go on a 25-6 run to close the quarter and outscore Washington in the period 29-11. 17 points for Rasheed, 7 rebounds. And after 3, Portland has gained control of this game. They lead the Wizards 77-62. A very unproductive period for Washington. And it cost them dearly.
Absolutely. Those 19 turnovers really hurting Washington. And especially in that quarter, gave up 22 points off of 19 turnovers for the game.
Actually, this matches their low for a quarter, but it was their low for a third quarter. But overall, they did score 11 points in a quarter against Miami. Anderson pulls up on the jumper and hits. Wallace in the third quarter had 9 points and 3 rebounds.
Hamilton turning the corner, not settling for the jump shot. He's able to find the opening quickly, makes the move down the middle. And I believe the foul was on McDyess.
It was his first, and Hamilton goes to the line with 3 points. See his numbers against the Warriors, 17 points. And Richard completes the 3-point play. Wizards by 5, their largest lead. Nice pass inside, and a foul called on Kwame Brown. Will send Denver to the line.
Well, the Wizards did a good job defensively of putting some pressure full court, and then denying the ball to their guards, but then they got extended out too far, and that left an opening. You saw McLeod dish the ball out off to McDyess.
So McDyess to the free throw line. He had surgery October 12th to repair the patella tendon in his left knee, but then he also had an arthroscopy on the right knee. They activated him March 1st. He missed the first 54 games of this season, and this is his 10th game back. So he's not really ready to play 48 minutes. Nursing both knees. Nice pass, Hamilton off the glass. What a great play. Whitney had him in his eyesights the whole way.
That's the kind of movement off the ball that you need. You have several options that time.
Wizards playing inspiring defense right now as Hamilton knocks the ball out of bounds. Take another look at this great pass.
Yeah, you talked about Whitney seeing the movement off the ball, and Whitney, not only did he hit the winning basket, he also did a good job offensively in that Warrior game. 5 assists and no turnovers.